Please subscribe to our channel. Where ID was, there ego shall be. The mind is like an iceberg. It floats with 1/7 of its bulk above water. The first requisite of civilization is that of justice. Out of your vulnerabilities will come your strength. The unconscious is the true psychical reality. In its innermost nature, it is as much unknown to us as the reality of the external world. The interpretation of dreams is the royal road to a knowledge of the unconscious activities of the mind. The voice of the intellect is a soft one, but it does not rest until it has gained a hearing. The ego is not master in its own house. The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be kindled. One day, in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful. The only person with whom you have to compare yourself is you in the past. A civilization which leaves so large a number of its participants unsatisfied and drives them into revolt neither has, nor deserves the prospect of a lasting existence. The aim of life is not happiness, but meaning. Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. Everywhere I go I find a poet has been there before me. The more the fruits of knowledge become accessible to men, the more widespread is the decline of religious belief. No one who, like me, conjures up the most evil of those half-tamed demons that inhabit the human breast and seeks to wrestle with them, can expect to come through the struggle unscathed. Where love rules, there is no will to power. And where power predominates, there love is lacking. The one is the shadow of the other. From error to error, one discovers the entire truth. Being entirely honest with oneself is a good exercise. One feels inclined to say that the intention that man should be happy is not included in the plan of creation. Civilized society is perpetually menaced with disintegration through this primary hostility of men towards one another. The great question that has never been answered, and which I have not yet been able to answer, despite my 30 years of research into the feminine soul, is what does a woman want? The conscious mind may be compared to a fountain playing in the sun and falling back into the great subterranean pool of subconscious from which it rises. We are never so defenseless against suffering as when we love, never so forlornly unhappy as when we have lost our love object or its love. The mind is its own place and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. The mind is not a hermetically sealed compartment. The fear of death is the most unjustified of all fears, for there's no risk of accident for someone who's dead. Most people do not really want freedom, because freedom involves responsibility, and most people are frightened of responsibility. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe to our channel, like and share the video.